everyone, welcome back, it's Tara, and for you guys today I'm doing a current favourites video because I was a little bit late on my June favourites and I thought I was too far into July now, so I decided to just change it up and call it a current favourites instead. As usual, little random mix of things that I have, and I'm going to fly through them for you guys. And of course, first up as always is cosmetics, so we're going to run into that, and I'm going to be doing maybe like a little mini review on each like I do in every favourites video, just to let you guys know what I've been thinking of them, and also doing little catch-ups on some of the products I told you I would get back on, told you that I would kind of update you on. For the most part, I think everything's like a new favourite, so yeah, let's get straight into it. The first thing is something that I told you guys I would update you on and tell you if I still liked, and it is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. Now, I did do a first impressions video and demo and application video with this, along with the Bourjois Bronzing Primer, which is a relatively new product from Bourjois. I tried both of them together on the same day and basically gave like an initial review and also application technique, I guess, video, which I will leave in the down bar for you guys. I'll be right down there, so if you want to go click onto that after this video you can, to see how it like looks when it goes onto the skin first and whatnot. But yeah, I really like it. It's a gel foundation, it's supposed to be long wear, 16 hour, and I got this because I just heard so much about it. Now, I knew the regular Healthy Mix wasn't for me because it was slightly more matte from what I saw on blog posts and stuff, and I don't really dig matte foundations too much, only on nights out, and at that I would rather just use powder over my regular foundation. But I was really actually impressed with this. The shade range is okay. I got number 53. They had quite a lot of lighter shades. They didn't really do that many dark ones, which always really bugs me because I'm just like, not everyone is light skinned. But I got number 53. Most of the colours were pretty neutral. They weren't pink, they weren't yellow, and this one was definitely in between for me. It did oxidize on my skin like literally about a quarter of a shade, which I did notice, but that's just because I'm like really fussy like that, like I really notice things like that. But I mean, for most people that wouldn't really bother them. It's still a fine shade for me. It matches my skin really well because my skin can look really sort of a bit dull and a bit blotchy sometimes, and the skin on my body is a lot more sallow, a lot more kind of olive and more tanned and warm. So I find this just gives your face a nice radiant glow. Now, I wouldn't recommend it for oily skins because it is a gel based foundation which is generally directed at kind of drier skin tones, which like myself, I am quite dry on my face, except for my T-zone is slightly, I mean throughout the day it gets a little bit oily, a little bit dewy looking, but nothing insane. Like, I don't wear primers and stuff anymore, I just don't really see the point. But yeah, this works really, really well for me. I get dry like all around the outer sort of rim on my face, like on my cheeks, around my nose a little bit, on my forehead and stuff. But I just find that this looks really good, looks really natural. It's just a straight up really nice medium coverage foundation that doesn't oxidize too much and looks pretty close on your face to what it is in the bottle. It's just a lovely, gorgeous, neutral shade. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I don't really have that many bad things to say about it, apart from the fact that maybe after an hour or two wearing, I do get a little bit oily around my T-zone. But like right now, I'm probably a little bit oily to you guys, but it is so warm in the room that I'm filming in right now. It's been a really nice day today, and I feel like I'm filming in a tin box. So I think it's holding up pretty well. I actually like the little bit of oil that comes through throughout the day. It doesn't get insanely oily, it's just my natural oils coming through. When the oils start to come through, the foundation really starts to look like your skin, like you don't look like you're wearing makeup at all. It's a really thin sort of formula with quite a good amount of coverage in it. You can build it up to like a good medium coverage. If I wanted just like a bare light coverage, like a little bit more than a BB cream, I would just put a little bit on the centre of my face and sort of blend it out. But if I want more of a medium coverage all over, I'll just put it all over my face. I'm all about that natural skin look, and I don't have that much to cover up. I mean, I do have a little bit of red blotchiness, a little bit of an uneven skin tone, but in terms of spots and stuff, I don't really have that much to cover up. So a foundation like this is perfect for me. I think it's great for younger skins if you don't have too much skin problems and things like that, if you don't have like much acne and stuff. I think this is a gorgeous foundation. I mean, I don't really see the point in loading on full coverage when you really don't need it. So yeah, love it. Next thing is a bit of a re-fallen in love kind of product, and I really did put this down for a really long time because I left it at home in Cork for a good few months and I was dying without my favourite contour kit, and every time I go into Superdrug in Belfast it's sold out, and I don't think they even sell this one anymore. I think they brought out a new version with like 3 different powders in it, but again that's always sold out. But it was the original face contour kit from Sleek, a lovely shimmery highlighter, and then a really nice kind of greyish toned brown that isn't too warm and really nice to use in the contour. But the product that I've been loving a lot lately is the highlighter. Now a lot of the time I kind of just leave the highlighter, and if you're like me, if I bother putting on highlight, I want to see that highlight. I freaking love a nice strong highlight, and I think this one is absolutely gorgeous without being chunky, chalky or glittery. It just has a really strong sheen to it. I'll swatch it for you guys if I can. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll do a close-up for you guys, but it's just a really strong kind of salmony pink coloured sheen, and I just love it. It's really buildable. You can have just a smidge, or you can really like pack it on. Like I quite like to pack it on the apples of my cheeks. I put quite a lot on today, but I can't, yeah, I put quite a bit on today, and it just has a really lovely tone to it that I think just suits most skin tones. And I just love it, and it's so cheap and cheerful. I actually much prefer this highlighter to my my Dior Amber Diamond. Like, if you want a really subtle highlight, Dior Amber Diamond is lovely, but I just don't find it's that buildable, and I find if you pack it on it can go a little bit crumbly and a little bit chalky. But this I absolutely love because it's not chalky, it's just really strong sheen without being like super glittery. New favourite of mine, which I'm actually wearing on my lips today, so before you guys ask, I have the answer. It is a Kate Moss lipstick. I'm a really big fan of these lipsticks, but I don't know what it is with me and drugstore makeup. I find it really hard to like just go in and buy something, because I find that a lot of the stuff that I want and the brands that I like aren't actually that cheap. I just find it a lot easier to go into like a high-end place and buy makeup because I know I'm going to pay an expensive price. For some reason I'm always disappointed when I go into like a drugstore or a pharmacy like Boots, because I just expect it to be really cheap and it never is, and I just get kind of depressed and down. So I always end up walking out without anything. But when I do get drugstore makeup, I really feel like it's a treat, because I don't know, like lipsticks and stuff, I mean I think like nearly £10 for a lipstick is like extortionate if it's not high end. So okay, Boots were having a sale. It was buy one get one half off, so I just got all the stuff that I knew I would end up buying full price later on, like a week or two later. So one of the things I bought was a new Kate Moss lipstick, and this is from just the regular black kind of label one. It's not one of the matte ones, it's the one with more of a cream sheen sort of finish, and I got it in the shade 16, which is a gorgeous kind of basically just a pink with a little bit of peachy coral in there. It looks like it's absolutely gorgeous. If you're like me, like I've tried so many corally coloured lipsticks and they just look awful on me. They make my teeth look really yellow. Weirdly enough, they just don't suit my skin tone, and I would have thought anything peachy, corally, anything like that would go really nice with my skin tone, but honestly they don't. They look awful on me. You can't even see my lips when I wear them. But I absolutely love this one because it has just the right amount of pink in it for it to still complement my skin tone and not look too weird on my face. So I'm wearing it today and I really love it. I love the formula of these. They're not sticky and they're moisturising, and I don't know, I just like them, and I kind of get sick of matte lipsticks from time to time. So I picked that one up, and I also picked up another one, but I'll show you guys that in my like next haul or whatever. But I've really been liking this shade number 16, and I will swatch it for you guys as well. So that's what it looks like. Next thing is a sort of a hit and miss product, but it is something I have been using quite a lot, so I thought it deserved a mention and a little run through. It is OPI's Nail Envy Original Nail Strengthener, and I've heard so much about this little fella right here, and it is expensive. It is like £18 for this little bottle, and it took me a long time to muster up the courage to actually buy it, because I was just like, oh my god, if this does not work for me, I just spent £18 on a freaking 15 mils of crap. But it's actually okay. I mean, I honestly thought it was going to be a miracle worker. I really expected too much from it, I think, which was why I was a little bit disappointed when didn't really work for me. I have really weak and brittle nails and I don't know why. I constantly drink milk. I am an avid protein eater. I always make sure I have a good amount of protein in my diet every day. I never get those like white lines, low in iron and calcium and all that. Like I have enough of that in my diet, but just my nails are so naturally brittle. They're just quite thin. Like it's nothing really, I don't think it's anything to do with my diet so much. It's just the nature of my nails are quite weak. Some people just have strong nails, I just don't. And I just find it's really hard to grow out my nails. They constantly flake down and break and snap, and especially with the work I'm doing at the moment, it's all like manual work, my fingers are getting such a beating. So I've gone back to using this again, but I did get this, oh god, a couple of months ago now, and I think Barbara recommended that I just use it for like 2 weeks without any polish, just to give my nails a bit of breathing time and give this a chance to work. I did that for 3 weeks. I didn't wear nail polish for 3 weeks. I just did this, and for the first 2 weeks I really didn't see much of a difference. The third week I saw a bit more. My nails were starting to get longer and looking a little bit healthier. Really, I still don't think it's a miracle worker. It hasn't really, I've stopped using it for a while, and my nails are after getting really bad again. They're really short and they're still flaking down. And there's just no limit to where they'll stop flaking. So I've started using it again, and I mean I feel like it does help, but I don't know if it's £18 help. I think it's one of those things you have to get your nails in good condition first, and then this will start like working its magic. So yeah, a bit of a hit and miss product for me, but I have used quite a bit of it already and I'll just continue using it. Being an accessory, which is fairly new purchase if you follow me on Instagram, which is Tara Mars. It's free to follow me. I posted a picture with these on and you guys only had good things to say. Yeah, so they're just a pair of sunnies from Topshop, and they're kind of a, what is it, hexagonal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hexagonal, yeah, I think hexagon is 7 sides. My technical graphics teacher would be so ashamed of me if I just got that wrong right now. But yeah, I really like them. I think they're really sort of modern. They've got a really kind of funky shape. And I like the white. I'm loving everything white at the moment. And they were £14 on Topshop, but I got a student discount on it too. And I just think they're cool. I think they're really versatile. I mean, they fit pretty well on my face and my semi-bridgeless nose. And they don't touch my cheeks too much. That's the problem I really have with sunglasses, is them touching my big fat cheeks. Another favourite of mine, which I'm really afraid you guys will think I'm lame for, is Dan Brown's Inferno. I can't help it. I love Dan Brown. I know he's in the literary world, he wouldn't be the most acclaimed writer, but there's just something about his books that I thoroughly enjoy. If you know me, you know, on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, you'd have a fairly good idea of the kind of style and genre of movies and stuff that I like. And I am like an action girl to the end. I mean, I love a good romantic film, but action excites me so much. I'm such a guy. I just love anything action related. I love kind of that thrilling, exciting, running, explosions, whatever. And I just find Dan Brown always gives me that, but he has that like punch of history in there, punch of theory in there. I mean, half of it is made up, but that's fine, I don't mind. And I just really, I'm enjoying this so far. I'm nearly finished. It's just with work, I keep like, I'd have this finished in like a few days if I had just had the time to sit down and read it, but I'm about here, I have about that much left, which is really depressing because I hate when you just buy a book and you wait so long for a book to come out and then it's literally done in like a week. I feel like when I'm reading it, I'm actually watching a film, like I can picture it completely in my head, and it's just really exciting. I feel like I'm sitting down watching a really exciting action movie. So yeah, I got it for $10.99. It was half price in Eason's. Kyle actually bought me this because he knew how much I was looking forward to it coming out, so he bought it for me one day in town, and Kyle, I love you. Anyway, I know it's not like reading The Great Gatsby or something, but there's just something about these, like a little guilty pleasure that I just always enjoy reading. If you know any writers that are sort of like this, then hit me up because I'm going to need something in between this and when his next book comes out. Last Robert Langdon series book, I can't remember what it was, called The Lost Symbol. I mean, it was good, but I think this one is better. And that was my favourites. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please let me know what your favourites are below. I would actually really like to know that. Like, what makeup bits and what reading bits have you been really enjoying? Because I really like hearing your feedback, and I do read all my comments. I may not reply to all of them, but I do read them all. So leave requests on what you guys want to see next from me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you've all had a nice day. As always, pieces and deuces.